Summer, 1575. 3 weeks after Nagashino, the battle that proved gunpowder wins wars. Every daimyo in Japan draws same conclusion. Whoever controls reliable powder controls the future. A fortress commander in the eastern provinces understands this perfectly. Stockpiles ammunition with obsessive precision. Guards powder stores with elite samurai. Seals barrels with personal wax impression. His artillery is his dominance. His powder is his certainty. He doesn't know that certainty has already been compromised. Not by theft, not by fire, by a man who spent 4 months becoming invisible inside his supply chain. Tonight isn't about destruction. Tonight is about patience wearing chemistry as a mask. Most saboteurs want explosion now. Dramatic, visible, obvious. This operative wants silence. 6 months from now, when Lord commits everything to battle, depending on guns that will not fire. Welcome to Hōka-jutsu, fire arts, applied at its coldest. Not the art of burning, the art of making fire refuse to come when called. Gunpowder doesn't appear in fortress magazines by magic. It travels. From remote charcoal burners in mountain forests, from sulfur pits, from salt-rich coastal regions. Ground, dried, mixed, sealed, transported. A logistics network as vulnerable as any human throat. He doesn't target the fortress. He targets the chain that feeds it. Month 1. Traveling merchant selling lacquerware in province capital. Legitimate business. Real customers. Perfect cover for mapping commercial networks. Powder suppliers are community figures. They complain about transport costs over sake, discuss delivery schedules in open markets. He maps entire supply route without entering single restricted area. Target identified, a major fortress in the eastern provinces. Orders powder every 6 weeks. Premium quality, massive quantities. Preparing for major campaign. Stockpiling tons in underground magazines. Month 2. He becomes apprenticed to cartwright who repairs supply wagons. Not infiltration through deception, through genuine skill. Learns carpentry. Earns trust through actual work. Bansenshukai principle. 90% of cover must be real. 10% is operation. Real skill survives interrogation. Performance crumbles under pressure. Within weeks, he repairs wagons that carried death to fortress. Hands touching every surface that will touch those barrels. He identifies the window. Wagons loaded night before delivery. Stored in cartwright's yard. Guarded by 2 men who trust routine more than vigilance. 4 months of patience to find 8 minutes of access. But access means nothing without understanding what to do with those 8 minutes. Hōka-jutsu in Bansenshukai extends beyond fire starting. Includes systematic study of what makes fire fail. Gunpowder fails through moisture, not dramatic flooding. Microscopic absorption changing burn characteristics invisibly. Dry powder ignites instantly. Produces controlled explosion driving projectile forward. Compromised powder burns slowly. Produces smoke without force. Or ignites unevenly pressure building sideways instead of forward. Result? Misfire, chamber explosion, gun destroying itself and operator simultaneously. He carries compound derived from natural coastal materials, odorless white powder, indistinguishable from gunpowder residue to any inspection of this century. Applied to interior walls in microscopic quantities, it works through contact over months, drawing moisture so aggressively it disrupts the precise ratios that make powder burn with force. Powder that looks perfect, smells correct, passes every inspection, burns wrong when survival depends on it burning right. Applied in microscopic quantity to powder interior, it works over months, drawing humidity through barrel walls, imperceptible week by week, catastrophic cumulatively. Application must be internal. Exterior contamination detected by smell, texture, routine inspection. Must open sealed barrels, treat interior, reseal perfectly. In darkness, in enemy supply yard, in under 8 minutes. He practices on identical barrels for 3 weeks. Blindfolded, timed. Best time, 6 minutes, 50 seconds. Acceptable margin, 7 minutes, 30. Beyond that, guard rotation creates exposure that ends everything. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to compromise powder that will decide battle 6 months away. Patience measured in seasons. Execution measured in heartbeats. New Moon, Cartwright's Yard. 2 guards at gate, 1 patrolling perimeter. He has worked here for 2 months, knows guard personalities through daily interaction. Gate guard Hiroshi, methodical, proud, responds to professional respect. Perimeter guard Kenji, bored, distracted, drinks from well at predictable intervals. Both patterns engineered over weeks, small gestures, consistent routines. Tonight, those patterns become weapons. At hour of ox, he approaches gate, not hiding, walking into torchlight. Hiroshi raises hand. Yard is closed. He holds up specialized plane. Voice carries mild professional irritation. Left my best tool inside. Needed for morning work before wagons depart. Not elaborate story. Specific, boring, professional problem that invites dismissal. Hiroshi knows him, has seen quality work, has received small gifts of wood scraps. Brain categorizes. Trusted craftsman. Minor inconvenience. Not worth complication. 5 minutes. Hiroshi steps aside. He enters yard, moves toward workshop. Workshop is not destination. Wagons are. 3 wagons, 36 barrels. He targets every 4th barrel. 9 total. Random pattern mimicking manufacturing inconsistency. Not uniform failure screaming sabotage. Variable failure whispering bad luck. First barrel, wax seal studied for months. Lord's personal ring impression. He carries carved replica made from memory in intercepted correspondence. Heat softens wax without melting. Seal releases without breaking impression. Lid opens. Powder smell hits immediately. Sharp, acrid, familiar scent of controlled death. He applies compound to interior walls using bamboo syringe, not to powder surface, to walls where it leaches inward over months. Lid replaced. wax reheated, replica ring pressed, seal restored to perfection. Elapsed time 43 seconds. Second barrel, third, fourth. Each process rehearsed until muscle memory replaced conscious thought. At sixth barrel, footsteps approach from eastern perimeter. Kenji, early, pattern broken. He doesn't freeze. Freezing creates suspicious silhouette against wagon wheel. Drops behind wheel hub. Becomes part of shadow geometry. Kenji walks past 2 meters away. Torch swings. Light grazes wagon side. Doesn't reach ground level where operative lies flat. Breathing controlled. Heart rate managed through technique converting panic into stillness. Footsteps fade. 20 seconds lost. He rises. Continues. Seventh barrel. Eighth. Ninth. Hiroshi's voice from gate. Time. Mission parameters complete. 9 compromised barrels produce 25% failure rate. 25% kills artillery effectiveness. Destroys battlefield confidence. Creates chaos that spreads like infection. He walks toward gate. Tool bag visible. Professional irritation at wasted trip. Find it? Hiroshi asks. He holds up plane. Always in last place you look. Hiroshi laughs, waves him out. Mission complete. Chemical time bomb locked into supply chain heading to fortress tomorrow. Nobody knows. Not yet. Not for 6 months. Most devastating sabotage doesn't announce itself with explosion. It waits in sealed barrels, patient as death, until moment's survival depends on what it destroyed months ago. If this surgical breakdown of delayed chemical warfare is keeping you riveted, like and subscribe, because chemistry is now working in darkness. And when it finally reveals itself, entire army will discover that their greatest weapon has become their executioner. And if you want deeper study of real historical text behind these techniques, check the ninja books in our description and comments. Worth every page. 6 months pass. Winter becomes summer. Humidity rises. Inside sealed barrels, invisible process accelerates. Compound draws moisture through microscopic pores in wood, through hairline cracks in wax seals. Powder absorbs water molecule by molecule. Still looks dry. Still smells correct. Chemistry changing at level no 16th century inspection detects. Monthly inspections continue. Storage master checks seals. Records wait. Notes no visible deterioration. He sees what he expects to see. Confirmation bias protecting operation from discovery. Human mind doesn't search for problems that aren't visible. Sees sealed barrel, records secure. Never imagines sealed means nothing if interior chemistry has been quietly murdered. Meanwhile, operative has vanished from province entirely. Cartwright reports him gone to different region, no forwarding location. Memory fades. Routine replaces recollection. By summer, nobody remembers specific face among dozens of workers. He doesn't exist anymore in anyone's mind. Just chemistry working silently in darkness. Campaign season arrives, and mathematics of failure finally reveal themselves. Summer campaign. Enemy forces advance across river plain. The Lord deploys artillery on high ground. Perfect position. Premium powder. Elite gunners. Range markers set. Match cords lit. Confidence absolute. Signal banner drops. Fire. What should happen? Synchronized thunder tearing gaps through enemy line. What actually happens? Chaos. First volley. 7 of 28 guns misfire. Smoke without projectile. Barrels that cough weakly and die. Artillery commander assumes morning humidity. Orders second volley with fresh charges. Second volley, 9 misfires. 3 guns explode backward. Crews dead or screaming. Panic spreads through artillery line faster than enemy advance. Trained gunners who drilled for months suddenly face weapons that kill operators instead of enemies. Formation breaks. Infantry without artillery support cannot hold against disciplined assault. Lord orders retreat. Gates close. Siege begins. Inside, Storage Master tears open barrel after barrel. Finds powder that looks perfect, smells correct, but burns wrong. Slow, inconsistent, deadly to guns designed for clean ignition. Cannot identify cause. No visible contamination. No obvious tampering. Seals intact. Reports to Lord. Manufacturing defect. Supplier used inferior materials. Lord executes supplier. Exec Storage Master for failing to detect problem. Investigation closes with wrong conclusions filed as official record. Fortress falls 3 weeks later. Not to assault. To artillery silence that removed every advantage. Chronicles record. The eastern fortress fell due to defective powder and tactical errors. Historians note suspicious timing. Powder failure occurring exactly when fortress needed reliability most. But no investigation reaches Cartwright's yard. No inquiry examines delivery 6 months prior, because operation left nothing defined. No forced entry, no broken seals, no foreign substances detectable by period examination. Just chemistry working at molecular level that 16th century forensics cannot see. This is Hokajutsu at theoretical peak. Not burning fortress, making fortress burn itself when fire needed most. Every assumption Lord made was turned against him. Trusted sealed barrels, compromised through seals. Trusted inspection protocol, bypassed through invisibility. Trusted supply chain, weaponized through patience. Most devastating part, Lord died certain of supplier betrayal, never knowing betrayal happened 6 months earlier by man who fixed his wagons. Invisible hand that arranged everything, dissolved into traveling merchant network before summer campaign began. No face, no name, no evidence. Just silence where artillery should have roared. 4 months building cover, 8 minutes of chemistry, 6 months of waiting, 3 weeks of siege. This is Hōka-jutsu stripped of legend. Not dramatic arson, systematic understanding of how fire fails. Patient application of that understanding to moment when failure becomes catastrophic. Every phase was negotiation with human nature. Supply chain mapped through conversation. Trust built through genuine skill. Access engineered through routine. chemistry applied through invisibility. Lord never faced enemy he could fight, never faced threat he could see, faced only guns that refused to fire, and certainty, too late, that certainty itself was vulnerability. Banshenshukai's coldest principle applied with surgical precision. Don't attack strength directly. Make strength fail itself at worst possible moment. Artillery was Lord's greatest advantage. Operation converted it into greatest liability, not by destroying it, by making it unreliable when reliability meant everything. History records tactical failure, never records Cartwright's apprentice who spent months earning trust to spend minutes compromising future. Records artillery malfunction, never records chemistry that waited 6 months in sealed barrels for exactly this moment. Records fortress falling to superior force, never records that superior force had invisible ally inside enemy supply chain for half a year. Which element disturbs you most? 4 months of patience building genuine cover? 8 minutes of chemistry that decided battle 6 months away? Moment Lord executed innocent men for crime committed by ghosts who no longer existed. If this forensic breakdown of supply chain warfare changed how you see historical sieges, like, subscribe, and share with someone who thinks battles are decided only on battlefield. Until next time, remember, most decisive moment in any battle often happens months before first sword is drawn. In darkness of Cartwright's yard, in silence of sealed barrels, in patience of man who understood, deadliest weapon isn't one that kills today. It's one that waits, silent, invisible, perfect, until moment you need fire most and find only smoke.